Incestors of the Reject Nation, we are here today to watch, interview. No, I keep saying that, but that is not right. It's the Vampire Lestat.
Yeah, the problem with the intro was you saying the wrong name of the show, not you calling all of our friends and fans incestors.
I would love if it is just one giant incest community.
Like incestuous, or you mean...
positive incest.
Okay.
Not abusive incest. Like Targaryen incest.
But still bad.
No,
bad.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. What are you looking forward to about this episode?
I'm really still curious about the things that they put in our heads early on. That's what I've been thinking about from last week to this week. Why do we have an eye patch on our eye? Why do we not have a leg? Why did we say that Daniel is not going to make it or as long as a vampire? You know, all these like little one sentence or one moment things. Now we're finally getting to the back half of the season. So are we going to start answering any of those questions? Plus, I want to see our girl Claudia. I'm just going to call her that forever. Regina doesn't exist to me. It's just Claudia.
Well, here we go. You ready, amiga?
What do you want to see, dude?
I'm looking forward to incest. Let's go.
I was hoping you'd say that. You never use a $1 bill for... Come on, friends.
My first coffin had the likeness of my maker carved into its lid, and as I was an orphan vampire, my sleep within troubled. Again. I spent half of 2 decades in the silken embrace before it was hurled off a balcony during one of Mr. Dulac's redirected moods.
Oh.
What exactly are we going for here on take 17?
Is that a lot?
Going for...
We do 17 takes all the time. This is our 17th time watching this.
The good fortune of a second mass shooting with a higher body count occurring that same night made the faking of my death all the easier.
Again.
Vampire.
Christine Clare, who bought a retirement villa and wallpapered her basement's dungeon with billable hour invoices.
Wow.
Again.
Some directors do that on purpose to try to exhaust people.
To not think and just feel.
Sofia Gabriela de Lioncourt took over for Christine and whittled down my entourage.
Oh.
Which was her and the vampire Sam Barkley, whom she hired as a producer.
Are you under the impression that Louis is there?
No, that's
Okay,
part
for
of his
sure, part of it. But his mom is there.
His mom's there,
Yeah.
but Louis also wearing his attire from season 1.
Yeah, exactly, with the blood. I just didn't know.
I'm finally going to talk about the Queen.
The Queen of the Damned?
Oh, man, this is a lot. When he said an orphan vampire, is he referencing that Magnus is dead, or because his mom's obviously alive?
I really don't know.
I think because we've heard everybody call their maker their father.
I'm going to level with the audience. We've seen these past 3 episodes with subtitles, and this is the first one without it. And I'm like, oh, my brain has to compute a lot more right now.
For sure, for sure.
It's just like
He
so much
says-
stimuli and monologue, and I'm like, oh shit, my mind's not ready for this.
The amount of information and then reading in between the lines that you have to do on this show, like, I don't know how anybody would ever send a text message during this show.
Yeah.
You'd miss a year's worth of stuff.
Again.
Why is he so not into this? Well, that's a problem.
A drum sounds like a drum.
That's because it's a drum.
It's not ascending above being a drum.
It has to sound like death approaching.
Oh?
A mewing babe
A vampire.
extracted from a mother's womb.
Okay.
Whoa.
I can do faster or harder or shuffle, fill, blam, buzz roll like a drum is a drum, a stick is a stick, I don't know.
Oh my God, the bug coming out of his nose.
We are making an album about my life. Your drums are my heart.
Heartbeat.
Guitar is my hunger.
Your bass, the night terrors that follow me to coffin.
He wants it to be the emotion.
My guitar.
Please interrupt my flow.
Oh man.
Have some reverence for me savagely. Sam, let's jump to something else. This not ready.
I kind of hear where he's coming from. I know that's crazy, but when it's about your own life, it's kind of hard to say exactly what you mean sometimes. Oh, I'm a little afraid right now, Greg.
I mean, he wants people to get to the feeling.
Right.
And not just play the instrument.
So I know you relate to him.
It's the difference between like an AI writing something versus you writing something.
Been kind of dreading knowing what happens with Magnus and him.
Oh man, I've been wanting to know for so long.
Me too, but also dreading it. It's scary. It's the scariest part of the show.
Where am I?
Thank you. Pulling me from the earth. Thank you. She told me where you were, and there you were, and there I was. I brought you back, and...
Oh, what's this guy's name? He's an amazing character actor.
Who are you?
I'm Marius de Romanus. I am the keeper. Was the keeper. Now you are the keeper.
The Keeper?
Armand said that you were destroyed.
Was wrong.
Armand said that?
She likes music. Come.
Oh, because Marius was Armand's maker?
Guess so.
Oh, yeah, so we're not when I thought we were. Got it. Okay.
They are the mother and father to all of us, and they must be kept.
It's alive.
That's a very flattering offer.
Sorry. Can we do that again? Can I get a little bit more vocal in my ears, please?
Oh, Larry.
Play it from your groin. Larry, please stop thinking about Alex eating burgers and enjoying Glenlivet again.
I love Glenlivet.
Oh,
More singer, Sam. Hold it.
that's kind of fucked up. He can actually see
Yeah,
where their
yeah.
head's at when they're playing.
Totally, and so he knows they're not in
I
it.
didn't even consider that.
Go into the noise and dust of the city. Bring back presence of the present.
Presence of the present.
This is the job.
I want a job.
Didn't die.
He said, I wanted Greg.
Do the job. Learn to endure the depths of living. Find yourself as that.
He admitted out loud he didn't have the choice at this point. He wanted to die.
She loves music.
I don't know how to play.
Recall your fledgling. Start with mimicry. Don't interrupt.
Damn, the Keeper knows everything.
Here.
What happened to him?
Interruption! You must bring one back. Burn them here.
The way Lestat's sounding in the present sounds a lot like this guy right now.
Use the ashes to keep her thriving.
The Keeper.
Yeah.
My mother and I were countryside. We ran ourselves into a bog.
Oh,
Took us months to recover.
bugs are rare.
I don't know what that is.
And now you know why
Bog.
there are so few of us.
Like a swamp, I thought.
I set us back ages. We were all connected. Through her. She is
Queen?
the seed. And if she burns, well, we all burn. And you are her keeper.
I don't like being alone.
You are worthy.
How often has he told that?
It will take time, Lestat. She is not on our clock. To me, not a word for 22 years when I first took the job.
22 years ago?
Jeez.
23 years ago?
Was the Queen the girl who was in the first episode? The black girl?
Called Revpar, short for
I don't remember what you're talking about.
She's kind of bald. I think she was bald.
She's been in a bunch of episodes. And
Like
in the
two.
band?
I missed you, brother.
I missed you too, sis.
This is so uncomfortable. I'm more uncomfortable by this than the inside.
I wish we could.
This is so fucking weird.
Who's?
Who's this?
Go, go, go. Something about theatre kids makes me moody.
Oh, she's supposed to be. Oh, okay, I got it.
I actually played Satine on tour.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Don't break the illusion.
So
Don't break it.
here for 2 nights, and then
Oh, okay. No, I'm only wincing because it's like so uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's not how they were in front of him in life either.
When I heard him sing, it just hit me hard. I'm not saying it's a good thing the guy got shot, but I don't think he was even legally allowed to be here anyway. It was so hot.
He is hot.
I tracked him down, planned to finish the work. But as I followed him, I found him fascinating.
He has vampire eyes, doesn't he?
I'd sit at the foot of his bed in derelict motel rooms as he slept off a fix.
Yeah.
I was interceding on his behalf. And when he blacked out under an overpass,
Okay,
a
Jesus.
junkie about to roll over him in an RV.
As Armand hijacked him.
Where the are you, Dad?
I wanted to tell you in Philadelphia, but I felt you were not in a space to receive it.
That was my gag reflex. I'm in love with you. Prove it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
May 15, 2002, your daughter's graduation. She didn't ask you to come. You respect her wishes and drive away in a daze, but I guide you to the Roscoe Chapel.
Following you everywhere.
August 5, 2025. I don't plan to say love until I make profound amends for the harm I've caused you. 52 years, I've watched you.
Damn, what is your play here?
And where was Louis at that time?
At home. You sainted him gray in your book, but he's calculating to the core. Methodically cruel.
I don't know.
Love between vampires can be one thing, or it can be countless things.
I will never
like
love...
Lestat and Sophia.
Does he know?
I want to be your maker.
Finish the thought, Armand.
I want to give you half your life back.
Lestat and Sophia.
Help you walk in the sun.
Help you walk in the sun.
I knew her as Gabriella.
Oh, wow, he does know.
Lestat lays with his mother.
Did you say walk in the sun?
I didn't need you anymore. You don't need around you what does not need you anymore.
Oh, man. It's a good thing you're uncomfortable. It's supposed to be.
What she just said was so mean.
You need me now.
I do.
What if he's going to kill her by the end of the season?
Does this satisfy the request?
When he realizes he doesn't need her.
What does it mean, make more?
I don't recall. Sounded cool.
Because he feels like he needs her, and she knows how to make him think that.
It's a new shop. Jewelry in the style of the Byzantium and plates embossed with the head of Zeus.
I'm more worried about Daniel.
The city is modernizing with such velocity.
He seems to have some joy right now.
Discovering himself.
The merchant called it a scoop. One final treasure and the G. Something like that.
Scoop.
If you were the first, then who made you? Why do we exist? Why do we endure at all? And why did she leave me?
He's been asking that question for a very long time.
Is my evil sanctioned by nature?
Maybe.
Where is God?
She moved it.
Who dies?
Oh shit, she's coming alive.
Again, same place.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Big boss gets to have fun.
39.
We've heard this song. This is Armand's song.
Are we ready?
Are we ready? Are we
Bad idea. Ready.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Self.
Again.
Oh no.
Dude.
Moving on. Oh, the self.
So raw.
Holding hands for now.
Keeping it loose. Sorry, you don't have to do the accent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how can she do it so well?
Maybe just
Use my own voice.
yeah.
Safe. Start again.
I mean,
Start again.
for someone who doesn't know who she was, you sound just
Yeah,
like her.
that's what I'm saying.
What you write?
Another interview.
Yeah, just
Notes.
All right, you two. Don't make me call the police. Take the boat back to the dock. We're gonna pretend this never...
Sounds like Daniel. Oh.
you doing that to him.
Yeah.
Do it to me.
Nah.
Do
let's
it.
just get out of no.
Come on, make me a stone.
Will she even know that it happened to her? Oh no. Oh, it's so weird.
Did you?
Let's just let's get out of here. I
Doesn't
can't
know
hold
what
him for too long.
I'm so fascinated by this storyline.
It's so uncomfortable.
I think it's so gripping, though.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Because also we heard about her rap sheet, and it's like she must think this is batshit.
Yeah, but like, what's she documenting?
Look at the hand.
The harmonic shift.
Or does she know that Claudia journaled, so she...
Move to the subdominant, but not yet. Not yet.
It seems like she was taking notes on
Yeah,
him.
I think so too.
Competing strings, Father Max. The counterpoint.
He's endowing her with culture.
Tumbling waterfalls. It's like hungry peasants.
Cabbage.
I blame you, Armand, rotten guest. Oh.
Did she say no voices? Oh my god.
You're supposed to watch some music, Armand. I don't know why I invite you, worthless.
So this is the start of his delusions.
What happened?
I scratched.
Oh. Okay. Been there, dog.
I ruined your party.
How long have we been here? Oh.
Finally. It's only slightly terrifying.
I wonder how they did that.
Oh, damn.
But
There's a rare moment that I thought was scary in the show.
Billions of stars. How is it that they live in such harmony, the billions of stars? When most men can barely go a minute without declaring war in their own minds.
Something wrong, Lestat?
Is that what was said to him?
That's what he read in that book.
Why did you take me to the witch's place?
What?
I was asking Sophia.
You're fun.
Thomas Pity, he's a...
Ready?
No.
In the end, they always come back together, don't they?
Tune it down a whole step, A minor.
All right, let me work that out.
Oh, beards to the floor, waiting for you to work it out, Larry.
Oh my God, Larry.
You tune it down a whole step. Everyone, tune it down a whole step.
Oh God.
Lay it down without me, Sam. For our ears, not theirs.
He's so troubled, man.
Look, everything we've talked about. We're finally making an album that people might actually hear, and it's really good. It's good, yeah. Yeah.
I'll play it, Greg.
Put your mitts on, one take, and then rest.
What horrible thing is he about to do?
I don't know. It's Armand connection still.
And then we played out scenes as if she had lived, but now it's all blurred.
He is not in a position to hear any of this right now.
I called her Claudia, but she's herself too now, I think. And I know it's not real.
Do you?
But is it?
Oh
Is
God.
it her? Come back to me?
They're both suffering their own forms of delusions.
And I just, is it her?
You can't help each other. You gotta help yourselves.
Can you go in there and tell me if it's her?
This is so fucking sad.
I was shot in the streets and you didn't call.
Selfish bastard. Anybody spends 5 minutes with me, they know that. I knew you were gonna bring it up. Don't have an answer for it.
Sorry, when was he just referencing?
When he was shot in the streets?
Oh, shot. I thought he said shouted.
Okay.
Thank you.
I wonder if he's going to be surprised by how much of an accurate doppelganger she is.
Chicken and waffle special. I wouldn't order it, but I gotta say it. Get you a water.
Oh, no, he's surprised. And she knows who he is.
The internet says you're dead.
Then I must be.
Amazing line.
What does he order when he comes here?
Anything about to go bad. What the cook's pushing.
Then I'll have that.
Can vampires get food poisoning?
We've seen them eat other stuff.
We've heard Louis talk about how he forces himself to eat things to be part of human society or whatever.
Uh-oh. He's also triggered.
Yeah, for sure.
He's bringing you in this now. That's his next thing, is it? We gonna be a family. Uncle Les.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It freaks me out.
You're hurting him.
I'm hurting Louis.
Oh, I hated that.
I look just like her, don't I?
Your gait suggests a hip injury that she never suffered, and she had a heart murmur you don't.
Whoa. She composed herself in spite of being scared.
She's got to have a lot of mixed feelings because, like, I'm sure she doesn't want this to end because of the money, but also, what the fuck? It's not her.
It's not her.
Yep.
The eyes.
Yeah, the eyes, no spark, right?
Oh, he's so sad.
Don't see this person again. And next time someone tries to murder me, pick up the phone.
He claimed he didn't because he's selfish. Did we see where he was actually? That he didn't pick up the effing phone? Was he just too wrapped up in this whole Claudia thing?
Yeah, I mean, he could have picked up the phone and he could have sent a message. Only takes a second.
Right. We just don't know Louis as this selfish person, and just hearing him say that was interesting. Makes me want to go back and watch season 1 and 2 again.
I think Louis can be a little bit more self-absorbed and selfish than we probably give him credit for.
For sure.
The day you were born, I was shaking like a leaf.
A song for her.
Don't break that stare, I'm burning. It's the fear that I'm right. Don't you try to forget all the things you regret. Class
The way two parents grieve when they've lost a child. I mean, this is crazy to watch. She's texting on her phone. I hate this woman. Like, he's poured his entire soul out, Greg, and she's on her fucking phone.
Instruments play like metaphors.
Thank you for the ride. Best 2 years of my life. And I quit.
We're just gonna record the whole album again.
Not you.
It's for our ears.
Yeah, is it?
You need to be a vampire to hear it, TC.
Great conversion.
Read our minds.
We want it.
No, I've come to enjoy you all very much, but let me save you from myself.
Oh, God.
I let myself be buried in a stranger's grave until a queen took pity and summoned me to service.
Wow.
In the old laws, this was arranged. All this was arranged.
This is so crazy.
For centuries! It will take me years to get her back on it! Not once.
Damn.
Oh, I can arrange it! I can see rise, and I can see speak, and I am her!
Holy fuck.
I'm the answer!
Whoa, I got nipple chills.
This is the hell I unleash on all those near me. It will drag you into depravity and reward you with regret.
Well played in reverse.
So follow Larry to a better life.
Nope, no hope, nope, don't do that.
We're finishing the album.
Oh, guys.
Do you see how happy his mom is? Oh, no, not that way.
Make more.
The great conversion. Uh-oh. She's just gonna feed.
Larry Slater? Lead guitar, TVL? I saw it online. You got his vocals and...
Actually, I'm not in the band anymore. I'm tired.
You do look tired.
Armand.
The total shredder with an axe.
I'm sorry, what?
Those are his lines.
You should probably get some rest.
Do I know you?
Yeah, he was at the concert.
Yeah.
You sang to.
Big boss.
Rest?
Rest.
Oh, no. He's manipulating him. Remember, that's what he kept saying to
Daniel. He's jumping.
Remember
He's jumping. Yep.
Isn't that exactly what he kept saying to Daniel? Rest, rest, rest.
Yeah.
This guy, this mother. God damn it. Since Louis' brother, is this the first time we've successfully seen this?
I don't know. I don't remember. Well, on that fun note.
I can't believe that Armand just did that. Just the second that I'm starting to be like, maybe, you know, he doesn't want the great conversion. You were like, no, he's not good. And I was like, yeah, but we've got other big bads. Like, he's just such a piece of shit. And to what end? Why? Why Larry?
I'm sure it's part of some giant domino effect he's got in plan.
For sure, man.
All right,
I'm also
guys.
pissed because, you know, I love that actor.
Yeah. I'm sorry for your loss.
Like, imagine what his... And now, on the same day that he jumps in front of a train, his brother turns immortal.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
Crazy.
We don't know for sure, though, if they turned.
You're right.
We'll have to find out next time.
Next week on...
Well, guys. I didn't think people would be screaming during
Oh, but I was just thinking about that. Legitimately, as you said that, I was like, what the hell is Tara screaming about in Oppenheimer right now?
What scene in Oppenheimer makes people scream?
We're genuinely
you guys probably can't hear it, but I've only seen it once. I don't really remember the movie that well. I'm like, I don't recall that being a movie you scream at.
I mean, it is horrifying what happens.
Yes.
If you don't know, I guess.
But they're only like in the first hour of the movie. I don't know. It's a 3-hour film. Anyway.
I had the same thought.
Hey, if you want the full reaction watch on, where you can sing with your own copy of Interview with the Vamp. God, fucking
Vampire Lestat. Put some respect on his name, dog.
Vampire Lestat.
Lestat.
Episode 5. Is
Yes, New York.
You can support the channel that way. Thank you, guys. It is just so crazy at the YouTubes. I feel like I've been talking about copyright claims for years, and somehow they just get worse.
That's what I heard, man.
It is like unreal what we wake up to in the morning now. Like, why are there just so many emails? Anywho, so thank you guys for supporting us. It's just so ridiculous. I just got to show our emails one day. Just be like, I'm not bullshitting you guys. It's just fucking obnoxious.
It sucks.
And also, you can get some RR apparel. It's another great way to support. If you can't do any of that shit, that's totally okay. Just please leave a like on this video and leave a comment. Support the video itself. All right, Roxy.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so not much happened in this episode. It's a light episode.
You know what's interesting, though, is that actually not that much, not as much as last week happened, but it's definitely not a light episode.
I thought so much happened.
A ton does happen.
Queen.
But it was more like dealing with what is.
Okay, so Queen, Keeper, the Claudia, not Regina, and then trying to make a perfect band music, going out into the sun, reforming that. This is a thick one. This is a thick episode. Daniel, Armand. I thought this was like a very thick episode.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like the most horror episode.
Yeah, it was scary. And we do have a lot of characters. I mean, okay, so let's start with one of them. I mean, you just mentioned Daniel Armand. I guess let's get into that.
Sure.
Because the I love you thing, is that part of the great scheme too? What is Armand up to?
Armand manipulates with love. That's what he does.
Which isn't really love.
No, it's not. It's not. But no, he manipulates with that way. That's how he gets his fangs into you.
And he's really genuinely seemingly been following Daniel for 52 years. Or, yeah, 52 years.
Perhaps. He could also read minds and everything. So.
Yeah, but he spoke about like specific moments in which he stepped in to manipulate situations to better Daniel.
Yeah. This is actually the spookiest I've ever found Armand.
Yeah, me too.
And
me
like
too.
This entire season, I'm like, this is pretty crazy because I'm like, I don't know what his plan is here.
I agree completely. Like usually I'm like, oh, he's so annoying. And here I'm like, wait, he's like a manipulative mastermind genius. And it's actually very, very scary.
I think this is his great revenge plan. Like he lost everything. He's lost everything.
But what? So we've got a couple different things going on interpersonally, but then we've also got the great conversion. And Armand is supposedly here to stop the great conversion. But I wonder if he even gives a shit about that at all.
I think he does. I think there's strength behind the shadows more than there is in this great conversion. And then it's like, when you do that, you will ascend into an all-out war.
Because we heard that Armand doesn't turn people. We've known that.
And there was some...
Except for Daniel.
Yeah, there was some conversation with the Keeper. I didn't quite pick up every line, but there was something there about why there was like a few of them, and I don't really recall. Really use your help in the comments on those ones.
Yeah, I'm so with you. Really, and even with some of the lyrics for Claudia, I was like, shit, I missed a word or two there because I couldn't.
That was the first time this show made me cry.
It did?
I was like, actually like, oh shit, I was really crying at that moment.
That's interesting. Usually I'm aware of your reactions to things, but I was just so invested in it. I didn't check in with how you were feeling at all about that.
You bitch.
That's what I'm saying. That was very emotional.
That's what I'm
because
saying. I was a bitch.
I'm saying I'm a bitch, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
So now that we agree on that,
yeah.
Going over to that part of the story, I mean, this is the closest that I feel like this show is to reality, with watching a couple not be able to move on together after losing a child. Because despite Louis referring to her as his sister and her continuing to refer to Lestat as an uncle, they were her parents.
Yeah.
And everybody else who's a maker is referred to as father. So they're dealing with their grief in such different ways. And they were sitting in the same car, but they weren't even on the same planet.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it must be some subconscious thing that kicks in. It's just like if you didn't grow up with a father, but suddenly you meet your father one day. There must be that thing that happens in that person's brain of like, what the hell? That's my father.
Wait, but who are you speaking about right
I was thinking about the way how I immediately went to like Daniel and Armand because he keeps calling him father and he seems really conflicted by that and this connection that just naturally forms. And then we're looking at the parent side of like Lestat and Louis when it comes to Claudia. Regina, which I thought was such an unsettling sequence. I was so unnerved by how false it was and him like trying to buy into this illusion when he knows that it's an act. It was just so, and I didn't know if he would like snap. I didn't know what was going to happen with Louis there. And I felt like he was just so sad and broken.
Yeah, we're getting a completely different Louis, and part of that is because we are getting it from Lestat's perspective or retelling. And part of it is because Louis has significantly changed after Claudia.
Yeah.
And as he just refers to himself as selfish, like I can't picture Lestat calls Louis after almost being shot and Louis just doesn't respond. He's just so in his own planet right now trying to deal with his own grief.
Did Lestat reach out or does he just say he just didn't get a message from him? Like he
said, next time I get shot, pick up the phone. So I interpret that as when I call, but maybe pick up the phone meant like pick up the phone to call me.
Yeah, that's what I took it as. I don't think Lestat reached out to him at all about that.
Okay, it's possible. It is on Louis to reach out after. But
yeah, probably.
Yeah, that might be.
Because the internet thinks he's dead now. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be right.
I'm not sure.
Either way.
But no, I thought that scene was so great when Lestat shows up and meets Regina. And Regina's like doing less of an act with him and is like kind of fucking with him.
What do you... Sorry, I was about to go somewhere completely else.
Go wherever you want.
So the keeper is Marius. Marius is Armand's maker that Armand said was dead, right? And that's why Lestat said, I thought that Armand said you were dead.
I'm sure we're one Google search away.
Because if that's the case, I'm super curious if this all comes full circle, the Marius Armand storyline. And that's why we just introduced the keeper.
It is Marius.
Yeah, and Marius was the keeper here, right?
Yeah. Oh. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. I just know that that's relevant somehow. And now that we're seeing, like, Armand just continues to prove himself to be a liar. Armand claimed his keeper was gone. Armand claimed that he was the one who saved Louis from the fire. Armand claims XYZ. Armand just forced Larry to jump in front of the train. Like, Armand continues to be a master liar manipulator.
Yeah. Where are you going off with that?
I'm just thinking about also, we learned about Armand's backstory. That was, like a horrific backstory. And I wonder what's true about him and what's not.
I don't know. I love how fascinated you are with him, though, now.
I really am. And I honestly, because he went from being a weasel to being, like, possibly the head wolf.
I think that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah. And it's weird because I feel like when it comes to Lestat's mom, in some ways she's the big bad of the season, but in other ways it really is Armand.
It might culminate in that. I wonder if he will kill off. That has been my thing, is that I think he might kill off his mom.
Lestat?
Yeah. I mean, she's really bad.
She's a evil, vicious person.
She's cruel in this.
Yep.
And we're seeing Lestat and Louis, but Lestat is really ruled by guilt right now, and everything is that tumbleweed when you're just caught in the past, when you're feeling so deeply about like every wrong thing you've done or something wrong that's happened to you, and he really doesn't like being alone, as you said in this episode.
I thought that was such an interesting line because the Lestat that we know is so over the top and always surrounded by people, and typically those are the people who are just not even they don't like being alone, they're like not capable of it.
Yeah, and I don't think he is. I think he's. I mean, that's like a very specific time period that we've caught him in, you know, and that maybe there was less performance, but we sort of watch as his time is there, of his delusions kind of coming out of him already in that moment.
What do you think of him drinking the queen's blood?
I don't know what to make about a lot of that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that is just like a big giant mystery box to me that I don't fully understand. But
Like what she was saying, were you picking up on some of that?
I wasn't exactly sure what any of that was about, honestly. And to me though, I was so captivated by how unsettling it all was. Like the jarring editing and the speed ramping and the different jittery effects and the intercutting. And the performance and the way they designed the queen as she kept morphing more into humanoid form from statue was so creepy, and in a way, and the show's never quite unnerved me, and I've never quite been scared in this show, but that was like that whole sequence I thought was like actually kind of scary.
Forgive me if I missed this to both you and the audience, but so we're under the impression she is the OG vamp.
That's that's why she's queen.
That's why she's queen. And she burned, and then they like resuscitated her into this statue while she was coming back. Like, did you have an understanding of why Marius was trying to keep her on this table?
I wonder
Like
if
she's
that
too dangerous?
I mean, if she gets unleashed, I imagine she would be a very dangerous individual.
Right.
But I thought she kind of looked like.
Mm-mm.
No, it's this different girl.
Yeah, you're talking about the one that like Lestat kind of.
Were they hooking up in the beginning?
Yeah, like it seemed like she was a groupie almost.
Okay, yeah. I was getting myself confused.
Yeah, I hear you though. I don't think we've ever seen this person, nor the person lying next to her.
Yeah, I don't know. They got a weird thing with like doppelgangers going on and shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't really know.
Totally, like with the Claudia situation with Regina and whatever, and then with Lestat with the person that is pretending to be him. There is so much going on in the show. We have 2 episodes left.
I take it Queen of the Dam plays with a lot of what we just saw. Based off of how I'm seeing one thing here that says, why does the movie Queen of the Dam say Marius made Lestat?
I know in previous comments that we've gotten on our videos, people have said the movie Queen of the Damned is completely different than the queen that they use here.
Yeah. I don't think it's like, to my understanding, it's not the most accurate. I heard it's a terrible movie.
Yeah,
but,
that's what I heard.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm under the impression, considering they're saying Marius and Lestat, and it's the queen who are in it, that what we just saw here was probably the movie.
It's interesting also.
And the trailer pitched it like she is the villain.
Armand, so Daniel refers to Armand as father, which would make that somewhat incestual as well. However,
how so?
Father.
Okay.
Like, that's what he feels his relationship with him is.
But is it sexual?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. If he says, I love you, and he doesn't know in what capacity. But then again, Lestat is Louis's maker.
True.
So that makes Lestat Louis's father in this world.
Maybe we've been watching an incest show this whole time.
No, I don't think that your maker, because in that capacity, Louis is his mother's maker. Ugh. Wow, there's so much. Yeah, we only have 2 episodes to wrap up this part of this story.
Yeah.
Do we know that we have another season?
No, I don't think we know yet. I like not knowing.
Man, there's so much.
I could see Lestat dying too.
No.
I don't think.
Why would you say that?
I don't think they would.
Why would you say
because
that
he's
out loud
the
to
most
me?
valuable character in the entire Vampire Chronicles.
He's so skilled, man.
So I don't think they would. But I could see him like going down that path.
I could see us losing Regina. I could see us losing Lestat's mom. I could see us losing Daniel. I could see us losing Armand. I could see us losing anybody other than Louis and Lestat.
Well, yeah, and then the prologue, which is like a tease for what's to come in the future, treats it like it's Lestat's. What's that called when they're like auctioning off? Like
Yeah.
it's It's like he's
funeral.
They
type
treat it like
thing.
he's already dead.
Memorial service.
Yeah.
Yeah. Estate sale.
Yeah.
Or
Something
whatever
like
it
that.
is,
Yeah. So that's the vibe it gives off. But maybe
Louis with the one leg and Armand with the eye patch.
which stands to reason he's probably not going to go through with a great conversion then.
I mean, and you are right that it does feel like that, and also we do.
But I feel like that's
Lestat
probably
already faked his
big,
death.
probably a big mislead though.
But Lestat already faked his death, so I was thinking that was what we were seeing with the auction.
Right, but he's still like aiming to make this album right now, and he hasn't. I like, but I'm really just compelled by everything Lestat's doing. I know we've been like zigzagging around a lot of different things, but everything of what Lestat is going through as a giant grief tale, and the cacophony of like the people he is seeing from his past, and so much unresolvedness that he is surrounded by. And still being kind of used. Even his band, who's trying to let go, is in some ways kind of using him right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We also heard a little bit more about Louis' lover, who we didn't see in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
But he did come up.
Kind of boring.
Yeah, I'm curious about that story. Taking it slow.
I don't know. But I thought that was just such like a vibe this episode.
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
vibe. Even it was one of those where like even if I didn't fully understand a lot of what was going, and not a lot, but there are like certain scenes where I'm like, I'm not entirely sure what's happening right here.
I feel you on that.
But I am super compelled by what I'm watching.
Yeah, as long as a show keeps me intrigued and guessing and curious,
Yeah.
and entertained, it's doing its job. I have a feeling that the penultimate next week is going to be on fire.
Yeah, I wish I could look up stuff, but I know it might spoil
I
what
know.
happens.
But that's my birthday episode, so it better be good.
July 12th?
My birthday's 13th, but
Oh, so close.
you're right that that's the day of the episode.
Oh, it's right there. I didn't even see that. I was literally just going off memory.
Oh,
I
it's
don't know
like
how
it
I
does.
was like,
Good
that's why I was
reading.
like, July 12th.
Good reading.
Yeah. But no, it'll probably actually come out. Our video will probably go out July 13th. Your birthday.
That's what I'm saying. So be kind. Please rewind. All right, Greg, shall we get to our lives?
Yep. All right, guys. Well, bye.